Hello everyone, and welcome back. I was recently in New York City, very late summer, and definitely made a couple of really great purchases that I wanted to show you, and also some other things that I've picked up. I know my previous pickup videos have been incredibly long, but today I'm going to try my absolute best to keep things short, to the point. There's a couple other things in the works. I'm going to be doing a great video with my friend. Next week, we're going to be going to a store in Chicago, and I'll be doing a little bit of like a styling on him, seeing what we can pick up at a consignment store. But other than that, let's get right into it. So the first place that we're going to be looking at is Goodwill. There's a Goodwill on 61st and 1st. And yeah, here. The first thing I picked up at that Goodwill was this very just like random blue collared shirt. It's half linen and half cotton, and it's from the brand Massimo Alba. I actually didn't really know anything about this brand before I picked it up. After picking it up, I then did some research on the brand, and apparently it's like one of like Daniel Craig's favorite brands. Like he has worn it in James Bond movies, and I started to look into it, and although like retail's pretty high on this stuff, I found this shirt for like $7. You can find a lot of it for like really good deals on the secondhand market. So I actually went on eBay like literally later that week, and I found this shirt as well from Massimo Alba, which is 55% modal and 45% cotton. You can do math. Modal or modal, I don't actually know how to pronounce it. It's just an unbelievably soft fabric, and this is also a just really nice soft shirt in a like ochre colorway. I think that's what it's like actually like titled. But once again, really nice. The buttons are just really pretty. I found this for 15 bucks on eBay, and it fits me nicely. It's super comfortable. And then one other thing I actually found from the brand, this was on Poshmark maybe a week after that. I was getting things in from the mail, and I was like, wow, like this brand makes incredibly nice things, so let me keep looking. And then I found this woman's jacket. It is wool, viscose, cashmere, angora, and nylon with a lining of cotton and silk. It's really quite nice. The lining is really beautiful with a floral print. This weave is so nice. The construction is really nice. I love the fit. It's nice and slim fitting. Obviously it is a woman's jacket. Well, this one little find at a Goodwill in New York City kind of like went me down a little bit of a rabbit hole, and I got a couple of things from this brand, including actually this cardigan, which I just got in like the mail like a couple days ago, which is cashmere and metal. It has like a metal weave to it, and it's unbelievably soft. Once again, made in Italy. Beautiful. So let's get on to the things that I actually did find in New York. Sorry about that. I have to go on tangents sometimes. So at that same Goodwill, on that same day that I found that blue shirt, I also found these corduroy pants. These are Jill Sander corduroy pants, I believe from either the late 90s or early 2000s. Here is the tag. Yeah, I found these on the rack, and I was like, wow, these are beautiful. They're Jill Sander. They're also $7. I really, or Jill Sander, I don't know. I really hope they fit. I went in, they fit me okay. I wouldn't say they fit perfectly, but they're super wide leg. The inseam is right. The waist is a little bit loose, but it's fine. I'll just wear a belt. Really luxurious, just a super comfortable cord. It's exciting when you find brands that at like a Goodwill, especially, I guess that's what happens when you shop in a Goodwill on the Upper East Side. But anyway, let me show you one other find that I found at the Goodwill on like 88th and 2nd. Okay, so this next thing that I found is a Marni by Giorgio Armani double-breasted blazer. It is 100% wool, also made in Italy. It is just like exactly what I was looking for. I don't know why, but I've really been into like the 90s Armani aesthetic, that like loose-fitting suit with a loose-fitting pants, and you just kind of, I don't know, you just look so cool. You just look like you're like just casually perfect. Wonderful double-breasted blazer. The lapels are just absolutely massive. There's a little bit of padding in the shoulders, as there should be on a great blazer. It was $10, which is great. The only flaw was that it actually had a little bit of a hole right above the right side pocket, not side, I don't know, this right, like the right bottom pocket. So I just I sewed it up myself. Really great job sewing here. Let's not pretend I can actually sew, but I thought it was a fantastic deal for $10 nonetheless. I've gotten a little bit of wear out of it already at like the start of the school year. So yeah, that's all the stuff I found at Goodwill in the week that I was in New York, but I'll talk about now some stuff I found at the consignment stores. The place where I had the most success was a store called Designer Revival. It's a consignment store on 81st in between 2nd and 1st, and this place is just like wonderful. They have some fantastic taste. Almost everything that I got was like stuff that was like super discounted. They have a great like discounting system where like different color tags, depending on like how long the item's been in the store, like gets discounted different amounts. And also like the people are like really willing to just like, you know, talk to you about like prices. Anyway, here are some great things that I found there. First thing is this Valentino sweater. This is maybe like 80s. It's from Bergdorf, and I don't really know what it is. I don't have any information about the material, but it has this really interesting, like, ruched, darker segment in the middle. As you can see, it kind of like hugs your waist, gives just like a lot of texture to the sweater. It closes with a side zipper instead of just pulling it over. It's soft. It's really nice. The weave is quite fine, and it was $40. I don't exactly know how to style it just yet. I am still figuring that out, as I am with most things in my life. Valentino for $40, so great. I'm also pretty sure it's wool. Something else I found basically on the exact same day was this. This is a Tom Ford for Gucci, I think fall winter 1999 top. I found this for $67 on like their clearance rack. I have no idea how it got there. Yeah, this is beautiful. I will be showing you footage from like the runway as well as me wearing it. It's in a pretty large size, so it actually does fit me. I don't exactly know how it's supposed to fit on me. I think like this area here is it's I don't know if this actually like looks cool on me, but it almost looks like a skeleton, the way like the ribs and everything of the ruching sit. And the arms are really, really slim, but also beautiful. I'm not a huge fan of ruching, but for whatever reason, Tom Ford at Gucci, like, you know, he can make you love anything. It has a zipper here at the shoulder. It's 100% rayon, and yeah, Zama Sport for Gucci, $99. So I was unbelievably happy to find this for $67. I'm pretty sure like on other websites you're not gonna be able to find this for less than like $400 or $500. So a steal and a half, really, really cool. And I'm actually still looking for the leather pants that like were worn on the runway with it. Those are like grails for a lot of people, and they go for even more than that. So yes, great find. The next thing I found at that store were these Armani Collezioni harem pants. I believe they're also a synthetic fabric. I wish they were silk, but unfortunately they aren't. I got these for $45. They are just wonderful. I mean, you'll see me wearing them now. They have so much movement. They're so light. They have a button and zip on the side for the closure. Of course, Giorgio Armani, La Collezione, made in Italy. They're size 46 or US 12. And they have this wonderful, an extra piece of fabric that goes over both legs, adds a ton of movement to it. I've already worn these out a couple of times early fall, and I don't know, I just get compliments every single time I'm out. The colors are also just gorgeous. These blues, yellows, I love whatever pattern they printed onto this. And let's not forget the best part, it has like functioning pockets where you can like actually like put like an entire iPhone and stuff. So that's unbelievable. And yeah, $45. That was a fantastic deal. Now we're gonna move on to something that is just, I mean, this is so gorgeous. So the next thing I found is a pair of silvery pants from Escada. I don't really know much about Escada. I don't actually think I really like Escada too much, but I couldn't pass up on these. They are a like silver blend. I don't actually know. It's like cotton, elastane, lurex, and then a lot of the embroidery is silk and beading. But just look at the colors and the craftsmanship of the beading on this. It's just gorgeous. They are pretty tight around the waist, and then they are tight on the thighs, and then they flare out in the classic style. I'm really happy that these fit me for the most part. There's no there is pockets on these, but they're like, you know women's pants. It's like there's not really a pocket. It has just these unbelievable embroideries all the way up and down the front of the leg, and Riri zips. All in all, made in, I think, Germany, actually, because I believe Escada is a German brand. And I think these were like $60 as well. Oh, I wrote it down. These were $70. I guess I'll try to learn more about them, but I can't find any information. Like, no matter what search I do, these just do not come up on Google. Okay, so this is also from Designer Revival, but I actually found this on their eBay after I had already left New York City. This may be my favorite thing that I own now, but this is a Givenchy Couture skirt suit. I don't know why I buy so many skirt suits, but skirt suit from 1997, fall winter. This is a ready-to-wear piece by Alexander McQueen. It has a shield collar with lapels tucked in to the collar. They're actually like, you can move them and like take them out if you want to. And it is made of this unbelievable material with metal woven into it that reflects in the sunlight. It is just, it's gorgeous. Vogue Patterns actually like released the pattern for this in green. And it was on the August 1997 cover of Vogue Paris. We'll show that here now. I don't really know what to say about this. I think it is perfect McQueen tailoring. It is just one of the coolest things I will like ever own. The metal weave just gives it like this unbelievable shine. It's so sleek, it's so sexy. It's from my favorite designer in the world, McQueen. I know his time at Givenchy was a little bit controversial, considering, you know, some people didn't like the way he played with the house codes, and he was always a little bit too daring for some people, but I think it's so cool. I'm a huge fan of sharp tailoring and just you know, beautiful cuts on jackets and his silhouettes. I mean, they're undeniably gorgeous. I got it for $375, which is still, you know, that's still the most I've ever paid for anything tied with a Gucci jacket that I have from a couple of videos ago. But I don't know. I felt like if someone else had bought this, I would be upset, if that makes any sense, which is not a great reason to purchase something, but it's the reason I'm giving you. But let's move on. There's lots more to discuss. Okay, if you go like 2 doors down from Designer Revival, you will hit Gentleman's Resale, which is a specifically men's consignment store. The first thing I need to show you guys is this. This is a Helmut Lang, I believe, spring-summer 1999 cotton suit. It's a full suit, jacket and pants in my size. It's a size 48, so it's a US 38R. It fits really, really slim on the pants. I still need to hem the pants. Actually, this was basically like a brand new unworn suit. Everything was still sewn shut. It is this super, super soft cotton. I don't even know how to describe this, but it's just unbelievably soft. This is like archival Helmut Lang. This is like, you know, runway stuff. Fits me really nicely, in my opinion. I think it fits how it's supposed to fit. It kind of is like the perfect Helmut Lang suit. And yeah, I found it for $50 for both things together. Yeah, for anyone who knows Archive Helmut Lang, knows anything more about this jacket, like, please let me know. But for now, I cannot believe I found this. Also, made in Italy. This is back when Helmut Lang was still working for the brand. I might be wrong on the 1999 date, but yeah, this is insane. So all of the other things I found at the store were shoes. So the first one, these are maybe some of the most expensive shoes I own. These are Berluti Spring 2016 shoes. They're like the Victor shoe, I believe. They're laceless in just the most wonderful blue, like patinaed, perfectly dyed colorway. I believe they're Blake stitched, so they have a really slim profile. That also means that they are not the most durable shoes. I think these are really for like indoor wear, not for like walking to the office every day, as you can tell by just like how like fashion forward these are. But the cap toe, the shape of these, the everything is amazing. The only thing is, because they're laceless, I can't like tie them like tightly to my feet. They're like just a little bit too big. So I actually put in a little tongue insert here. It looks like bad at this angle, but like when I'm wearing them, like you just like cannot see it, and that makes them fit just snug and perfect. I think these retailed for like $2,200 or $2,400. Like, I can't believe someone maybe paid that for these, which is just unbelievable to me. But I found them for $200 in almost brand new condition. Like, they've maybe been worn a couple of times, but I definitely want to bring them to my cobbler, put on some heel taps, put on slim Vibram sole protector, and I will be wearing these in very formal indoor settings. But maybe the quality of their construction isn't made for like durability, but the quality of their design, of their leather is just, I mean, it's it's unbelievable how pretty these are, especially in like some nice sunlight. But let's move on from these, and I'll show you the 2 other shoes I got from them. They're Oxfords. These are from J.M. Weston. J.M. Weston is a French shoemaker. They used to source all of their leather from their own tanneries. This is one of like the best shoe brands and shoemakers in France. Incredibly well regarded, and these are beautiful. The pebbled, cracked leather all the way throughout. As a leather insole, a leather outsole, which has been very barely worn with a Goodyear welt. And then I had some heel taps put onto these to make the heel last a little bit longer. I don't know what to say about these other than they are incredible black dress shoes. These I found for $50. That's just stupid. These are like, once again, these are like $1,400 shoes, and I got them for $50. I now own a few too many black dress shoes, but still really cool. Let's show the last shoe. This one I have actually just worn the last couple of days, so it still has my wooden shoe tree in them. But these are Paul Smith, just like wed burgundy suede brogues as well. So these have a wonderful brogue detailing all around. I love the super slim profile and shape. They fit me really nicely, actually. They're a size 9.5 or 10.5. Paul Smith, as I said, made in Italy. They already have their own like sole protector. This is because there is like a leather midsole, and then I guess this is the outsole, like this is it. The waist is only this. I'm not exactly sure the construction, but once again, because of just how like slim it is and the fact that I don't see any welt at all, these are definitely Blake stitched, but still really, really pretty. Had some heel taps put on these as well. Same thing here. They just make things like a little bit slimmer, a little bit more secure. These are phenomenal shoes. I've gotten a little bit of wear out of these as well. And that was basically it for Gentleman's Resale, but it's one of my favorite stores in New York City. If you're ever on the Upper East Side and you're looking for like a great deal, I definitely suggest going there, and Designer Revival as well, right next door basically. But there's one other store I wanted to talk about, and then we'll go into some other stuff that I've just picked up tangentially. So the last store I want to talk about is this place called Roundabout Resale Couture. They're on Madison in between 82nd and 83rd. I found this in their like summer clearance section, and I thought it was really cool. It was actually new with tags. It is a white cotton shirt with ruching and a curved button system and really wide collars from Vivetta. I've never heard of Vivetta before this, but once again I looked it up. It's like a really playful Italian brand, but it's very like Schiaparelli inspired. They play around with like collars. They have collars that have like, they're like look like hands. I'll show some pictures. It was super oversized, and I really liked that. And it had white tuxedo buttons, you know, with like the satin overlay. I really loved the massive collar. I just think the shape of it is really interesting. Once again, like, I'm not a huge fan of ruching, but I think like the way it's done here is really tasteful, and it just kind of creates like some like rounded shape to like the entire shirt. And once again, I think I found it on like their super discount for like $45 or $50. So that was great, and that was at Roundabout Resale Couture. So that was everything that I've found in New York City. I'm going to go over one other thing that I found from someone in New York City. As you all may know, I'm based out of Chicago, and Chicago winters get unbelievably cold, so it's always good to have layers and outerwear. And the only real parka that I had that I would wear a lot last winter was navy blue, and you know, it's good to have a non-black parka, but sometimes you also need a black or like gray parka. So I went out and I found one. This is like, I can't even show this, but this is a massive John Varvatos goose down parka. It's size 48, so but it fits a little bit oversized. It has a really oversized hood. It has a wool shell, which I actually really like, which is like this like gray speckled color here. Yeah, the lining has the fleur-de-lis in some places, so it's also like a nice little detail. Pockets are absolutely massive, and they zip shut. And I don't know, it's just kind of like the perfect jacket. I found it for $90 ungrailed, including shipping. This shipped from New York from some guy who was living in like Murray Hill, so probably like some finance bro. Makes a lot of sense. But yeah, definitely a great purchase. It was like $1,500 retail. I'll show the retail somewhere over here. And yeah, finding it for $90, a super nice, super warm winter coat was kind of essential for me. That's kind of it for like the New York City things, but there's some other stuff I still want to talk about and get into that I think you would all really enjoy. The first thing I wanted to show is probably one of the cheapest things I found, but this is a 100% silk wrap vest from Givenchy Couture. I'm not actually sure what year this is from. I assume it is from the McQueen era because there was only 1 year with this label from the Galliano era. Found this for $17 on Poshmark. It fits me, it's really nice. I actually don't own any vests at all, so this is the first vest I've ever bought. The closure system is actually quite interesting with a great combo of like hooks and loops and buttons so that the wrap actually like stays wrapped without like a tying system anywhere. I like this brown color, also a color I don't really own that much in. Made in France, 100% silk, beautiful shape to it. I really couldn't pass this up, and if it's Givenchy by McQueen, yeah, I mean, $17. What can I say? Another random pickup that you may have seen if you follow me on Instagram, I've been wearing these a lot, are these Gucci Tom Ford loafers. So it's a Gucci loafer. It's classic. It actually has this really nice like 90s G here with Gucci embossed there. I like the like super wide profile of them, the square toe. This is like an apron cut or something, an apron toe. I put on some heel taps. There's still a lot of wear left on the sole, thankfully. Everything I've seen that has like this insole in them has been from like the Tom Ford era at Gucci, which is, it's what we're always looking for. These were $45, including shipping on Grailed. So I can't believe I found them, and for that price. I just need to make sure that I'm keeping my shoe trees in these. I don't want the creasing to get too much worse. I'm not exactly sure on like the quality of the construction, but I was told by my cobbler like these have a ton of life left in them. So, just put on some heel taps and you'll be good. And yeah, really comfortable. Once again, to put in the cotton tab here. Yeah, that's these. Let's move on. Another pair of shoes that I've gotten is also by Tom Ford, but this is on his other side at YSL. These are YSL Johnny boots. I found these on Grailed for $155. I really, really wanted a pair of heeled boots, and these are just, they're so cool. The heel itself is like 2.5 inches. I need to put an insole in these because I wore them out. Here's like a picture of me with them on in Chicago, but I wore these out, and by the end of the day, like, oh my god, the balls of my feet were hurting so much. They're like a nubuck suede that has just been beaten up by the previous owners. Like I brought these to the cobbler as well, and he was like, I can't help you with these. Just like put some weather protectant on these and be nice to them. They're really soft, like you can tell this person wore them a lot. They're really nicely worn in. They have a Vibram sole protector, and I put on some heel taps as well. It's a croc embossed pattern. I love the stripes. I don't actually think this is like the original color. I think these are like really faded from what the original color may have been, a lot darker. They're a size 10.5. They fit me nicely, and very sleek, very Tom Ford. Very Tom Ford at YSL or Gucci. But let's go on. I have some more boots. I don't know why, but I've been on like a really big boot craze. So I found these on The Real. These are riding boots, like equestrian riding boots by Ralph Lauren, made in Italy. I don't know if these are Ralph Lauren purple label, but they are definitely at least Ralph Lauren like collection. Their tiering system is quite complicated, but yes, they are made in Italy. I put some heel taps on these. The soles have a ton of life left, and I found them for like $94 on The Real. I love the color on these. I know Ralph Lauren does this thing where like a lot of the times they like pre-distress the items to give them like a worn-in look. It's part of like the Americana vibe or whatever, the rugged vibe of Ralph Lauren. But I'm not sure if these were like that or if the previous owner just like actually beat them. The leather has been creasing really nicely around the calf area. I don't actually know what you call this part of a boot. The straps on the side are quite nice. You actually can remove them, but I like them a lot. I think they add a little bit of a character. And usually I know riding boots you're supposed to wear your like pants like go inside of the boot, but I think sometimes with like a wide leg pant that goes over it so you can only see like here down also looks really cool. I saw somewhere that the retail on these was about $1,200, so to get them for, once again, like more than 90% off. I know secondhand, but more than 90% off. Thought that was a great deal. I'm gonna put some sole protectors on these at some point and keep them running for a while. I don't even know how to introduce this shoe, but it is a grail, like a real grail for me. These are Calvin Klein 205 West 39th Street cowboy boots. I found these from a guy at Ungrailed. I put in a lowball offer and we kind of got to the point of like, I think $280 is what I ended up paying, including shipping. They are from either like 2017 or 2018. It's really hard to tell. I don't think these were ever actually on the runway. I think these are like a sample of sorts or just rare. But they are white on top, this like bluish grayish on the bottom. It's like a patent leather with a normal leather on the inside. The soles have a like really, I forget what this is called, fiddle waist here. Clearly they've been worn a lot. The rubber part of the heel here has actually been like worn down like a lot. Like you can tell they've been like really beat up. And there's actually like chunks of it missing. Like this, I don't know what this dude did in his boots, but like he messed them up. So I'm gonna need my cobbler to replace these, put on an extra thing of heel taps, and then also probably put a protector on these as well. So that'll be another like $70-$80 total to get these fixed to where they need to be. But in the meantime, like these are just a grail. Like it's the Calvin Klein 205 West 39th by Raf Simons boots, and I think they're really pretty. They have the straps here to pull them up. I haven't actually worn these outside yet. I'm a little bit scared of what's gonna happen. But yes, an absolute grail. Beautiful cowboy boots made in Italy. Well, just these were great. They're like a gift to myself. Okay, I have a couple of sweaters or like shirts that I've picked up recently. This first one is a vintage 90s McQueen psychedelic print sweater. I don't know much about this. I couldn't find any information. I talked to the guy and he was like, yeah, I bought this in the 90s at a sample sale at McQueen. And I was like, cool, that sounds amazing, but that's all I know. The print is this beautiful fall colorway of just like these like browns and beiges. They like fall into each other. It's very psychedelic. The V-neck itself is really deep. You'll see me wearing it. But yeah, it's 100% cotton. It was probably from, around like 97, 98 is what I'd guess. This label is also what's in the 1998 bleach splatter denim. It says Alexander McQueen, but it doesn't say made in Italy here, like it normally doesn't on the vintage McQueen pieces. But on the inside, it does have the normal fabric tag from that era. And it says it's 100% cotton. But yeah, just a beautiful, beautiful piece. Fits really, really loosely, nice boxy fit. I found this for, I think, like $145, which is a lot, but I got it just recently, and I've been selling a few things from my closet, so, one in, one out is the way it's been going. Next up is this J.W. Anderson, I think, fall-winter 2016, or, that's debatable. Okay, so this is a J.W. Anderson news sweater / like mock or turtleneck from spring 2016. I don't know why it took me so long to find exactly the collection, but here's the image of it being worn on the runway. Wool, polypropylene, polyamide, and elastane. Lots of stuff, but mostly wool sweater. It has a really nice cropped fit. It's supposed to be worn with like some high-waisted pants. And I don't know, it's really cool. It has this like just amazing pattern all over it. It says news, and then it has a bunch of numbers. Do I know exactly what it means? No, but will I figure it out at some point when I do like, some deep dive into this collection? Yes, I will. But I think it's really, really cool. I love the colors. Once again, it's perfect for the fall, even though it was a spring collection, which is strange. It came out in another colorway as well. I can show that here. It fits me nicely, very slim fitting. And I don't know, once again, it's another thing where like every single time I wear this, like someone's like, wow, it's a really cool sweater. And I'm like, thank you. And, that's nice. Lastly, on the sweaters, is this Proenza Schouler dip dyed sweater / shirt that I got from Nordstrom Rack actually a couple of weeks ago. So Proenza Schouler, American brand. This was from maybe like 2018 or 2019. No, this must have been from 2020 because it was at Nordstrom Rack. But they were doing 40% off all designer clearance, and this was already something that was bought and then worn and then returned. So like, in essence, it's secondhand, but very clearly this was returned because they marked it down even more. The retail on this was $750, and I got this at Nordstrom Rack for $47, including taxes. So it's wonderful. I love the color. It's a tie-dye color that was like individually dip dyed, and then they did this dip dye in indigo as well. I think I don't even know. It's just really nice. It's slim fitting. It's form fitting, and the weave itself is just like really interesting. I don't even know like how else to describe it. I don't know you know, my exact weaves. It's mostly viscose and then some cotton and polyamide. But really, really cool colors. I am trying to incorporate more colors into my wardrobe. This was a great way to do it, and it was like just an absolute steal at Nordstrom Rack. Usually I just go in to like see what they have to like, you know, put things on and then put them back. For 47 bucks, I couldn't really pass up. So that's that. I do this a lot, but I lied. I have one other sweater. This is a Helmut Lang turtleneck. You may have seen it because I showed you the image of my fit pic from those YSL Johnny boots, but this is a really wonderful cropped sweater. It's women's, it's 50% wool, 50% cotton. It was from the 2019 mainline collection, and I think this actually may have been a like sample piece or something, because this is not the normal tag that you see. It was literally like handwritten, the color, but it's really, really nice, and my favorite part about it is it actually has these bondage straps to it. I know it's like a reference back to some older archive Helmut Lang, which was like really famous for some of the bondage work, the bondage pieces that he made in the like 90s and early 2000s. So yeah, I don't know, it's just a super boxy, super comfy, really heavy sweater that has a really, really long like roll turtleneck. So yeah, it's supposed to be, I mean, you saw how I wore it. It's supposed to be worn like this. I found it on Mercari, a place I didn't expect to find as many great steals as I have been. And I got this for $22 on Mercari. And I mean, probably retail was like $300 or $400. So 22 bucks in basically perfect condition. Just had to put a little bit of a stain remover and wash it once. And that was it. Wonderful, wonderful sweater. Happy to have found this. We'll keep it rolling. Here's something I basically never ever buy, but it is a hoodie. This is a J.W. Anderson fall winter 2016 hoodie. It's not actually something that was like shown on the runway, but I know it's from 2016 because of the snails. So there are snails like on the front, the sleeve, there's a blue snail here, and then on the rear I think there's like a couple of snails and maybe just like one big snail. A nice jersey fabric, really soft, fits me nicely. I don't know, it's simple, it's made in Portugal. I know that you know, the quality of J.W. Anderson is pretty good, especially these like basic pieces as well, and I found it for 35 bucks including shipping on Grailed. So I thought I'd include it in here because it's J.W. Anderson, one of my, you know, favorite designers, and it was a steal, and it's something I just like don't normally buy. Like it's a hoodie, but I love wearing it to just like go with like study in the library or something. It felt like I couldn't be bothered to do. You know what? I actually wore this to my midterm on Wednesday. So yeah, that's how you know it. If you want to just like be comfortable and like not focus on anything else, you wear a hoodie and you wear some sweatpants. So that was the vibe for that day. Okay, another Mercari find that is oddly incredible. This is a Thom Browne red and white checkered like dress shirt. It's really, really simple, but it is Thom Browne, New York. It was made in the USA. It's a size 1538R, which is my exact size. I'm fairly certain it's authentic just because of like how nicely it's made, how well everything lines up, the button on the back collar, and it would be hard to like replicate something so perfectly. The collars are also really nice with the button down. Yeah, I've seen a few shirts like this. Usually it does say Thom Browne New York, and usually here it would say like size 1 or 2, but there are some other shirts I've seen that were definitely real that had this like this like more specific sizing, because most of the time he just does like size like 0, 1, 2, 3. And I've never owned anything from Thom Browne before. An incredible American designer, really, really important, super great with tailoring, both women's and men's tailoring. Really been big on like the skirts recently. Thought it was cool. It's a brand that I really like and wanted to own something from, and the pattern and the fit was kind of just perfect. I wore this for my birthday dinner with my family. So I guess that's that. This is the shirt. The other thing that I just literally got this past week was this Marni shirt. I didn't own anything from Marni either. Phenomenal brand, known for really good prints and color combinations, but this is a quilted t-shirt. It's literally like a quilted fabric. It feels like, you know, like, I don't know, like your grandmother's quilt or something, in this really, really nice like white / like gray and orange and navy striped pattern. I don't really know what else to say about this. It's a size 48. It's a pretty boxy fit, but it's really, really comfortable, and it's actually like really warm. Like I wore this, you know, out on like a 70-degree day, and I was like, okay, like I'm I'm feeling it. I think it was like $530 retail. I have the picture somewhere here, but I found this for less than 40 bucks, including shipping on Grailed. So yeah, Marni shirt, really pretty, really cool. This is something that also just came in earlier this week. Literally, I just wore it to a concert on Thursday. It was way too much for a concert, but it is a vintage LL Bean Flying Tiger jacket. I watched like a video from the Iron Snail, which is like a great YouTube channel. So I found out that this was a phenomenal jacket. LL Bean used to make like insanely nice quality stuff, like made in USA. And this is like perfect. It's 100% goat skin outer, so really thick, durable, really heavy. It has a mouton collar, and then the lining is like 100% like real wool pile lining. So this is like Sherpa, like real Sherpa. And I found this for $90 on Mercari. I found it on Mercari. And it's definitely been beaten up. Like the previous owner like wore this to death, but thankfully they didn't like, I don't know, it doesn't smell bad or anything. It's just kind of is what it is. You know, sometimes you get like a bomber jacket and you're like, yeah, this is gonna smell like cigarette smoke, which it didn't. So amazing. And this, I think it fits me really cool. It's a little bit like long in the sleeves, like kind of like perfect length on the bottom. It's exactly what I was looking for. And it's really, really warm. A great like transition, like fall winter piece. And I have been looking for like just like a Sherpa jacket for so long. I just like really, really wanted one. No, it's like, it's an iconic, amazing American company. And I own a bunch of things from LL Bean just because like I grew up in New England. It's like everyone has stuff from LL Bean. I have bean boots for when it rains. And I believe this is from around mid to late 80s, just based on the label, the missing garment information label here, and the hardware that is on this as well. And then we got one more thing. This is a Gucci by Tom Ford 1997 silk green shirt. This was the women's version. There also is a men's version, and this also came in red, but it is striped in many different shades of green. It's 100% silk, so it has this beautiful shine that makes the colors just look at the way, even on the iPhone camera, you can see how beautifully these colors move in the sunlight. It is a really, really nice mother of pearl buttons. The buttons have actually been like coming a little bit undone recently just because of how old they are. The sleeves are a little bit tight on me around the elbow, but they flare out at the wrist, which is also a nice little detail. The collar is wonderfully wide, and if you just wear this with a couple of buttons undone, you make it wide. Maybe you put this under like a really sleek, maybe like sleek Gucci Tom Ford suit. Like, wow. Just like wow. I love it so much. I found it from this Etsy seller that I wanted to shout out. Link will be in the description. She was really, really nice, great at communication. I got it for $125. And yeah, this is just, I mean, it's iconic, it's beautiful, it's everything. I know green is like really in right now, and this is every beautiful shade of green combined into like one piece. It's the first silk dress shirt or like button-up shirt that I've ever owned. But it's very possible that in the next couple of days, like on Monday, I'm getting another one. So if I said that this was the last piece and then I'm talking like right now or like in a second about another silk top, I can't be trusted. Otherwise, that's gonna be it. Thank you so much for watching. I know every single time I'm like, I'm gonna make this short and I'm gonna like squeeze these in rapid fire. I never do. I like talking about these things a little bit too much, but I hope you really enjoyed. Next week, I'm actually taking my friend Noah, and we're going to be going to a consignment store in Chicago and doing like this really fun kind of like styling, I don't even know, interview challenge, and I'll show you just a little bit of like what I like to look for when I'm shopping, what I like to look for when I'm, you know, shopping with my friends. And yeah, I hope we're just gonna have a little bit of fun on that. And I wanted to, yeah, just like take some time to thank you all for being here, for supporting. If you can, you know, like, subscribe, comment all of the things. You know, let me know what your favorite piece was, if you had a favorite piece, or if you know, if you're like, I hate your style, you know, let me know too.